morning. This is Dylan Jovine from Behind the Markets. Happy Wednesday. Today is October 16th. First of all, let me apologize for getting out Dylan's diary a little bit late yesterday. We had some technical difficulties, but I think those are overcome now, so we should be good to go. Today, I wanted to talk about a Wall Street Journal article that came out on Tuesday, actually Monday. It came out on the 14th, titled, quote, "Scale of Chinese spying overwhelms Western governments." And I have notes here because this is very important, and I want to go to the notes as I talk to you about it. The FBI says that China's intelligence gathering operations might comprise up to 600,000 people. FBI Director Christopher Wray said earlier this year, China's hacking program is larger than that of every other major nation combined. So this is a big deal. And they said, look, it dwarfs the intelligence operations of the Kremlin back in the day. So this is a big deal. And there are a couple of things. It's really a good reminder of the complete full spectrum challenge that Western democracies, the United States and our allies face from this revisionist power. And by the way, revisionist power means a power that wants to revise the world order. China's definitely a revisionist power, just like Germany was in 1914. They wanted to revise the then world order and rewrite them so the rules favored them. But I thought there were a couple of things worth pointing out in this article that really were alarming to me. And as citizens, as Westerners, because I know we have customers all over the world, but they're all mostly in Western countries. US, Canada, of course. We have customers in England, in France, in Australia, the Five Eye Nations, the Five Eye Alliance, the Intelligence Alliance post-World War II. We have some in Hong Kong, in Asia. We have them all over Japan. But we're Western. Most of the people watching this are Western countries. I wanted to point out some things here that I wrote down that are really important to know. Number one, last month, the FBI said a Chinese-linked state-backed firm hacked 260,000 connected devices, including cameras and routers in the US, Britain, France, Romania, and other places. Number two, a congressional probe said Chinese cargo cranes at US seaports had embedded technology that would allow Beijing to secretly control them. That alarmed me. Wow, that's crazy. Three, last month, this is very popular in the news, the U.S. government alleged that a former top aide to New York State Mayor, Governor Kathy Hochul, was arrested as a Chinese agent. You might have read about that. And this is even more disturbing. In September, U.S. prosecutors alleged that 5 Chinese University of Michigan graduates were found in the middle of the night taking pictures not too far away from military vehicles in a U.S. National Guard Taiwan training exercise. That concerned me too, because we understand that China's government is coming after us. But when you start recruiting students to do this, now all of a sudden we're talking about like the Red Scare of the 1950s, and we know how lovely that was, how fun that was, and what kind of demagogues that period of time. Now, here's something that really struck me, and I'll finish off with this. Now, remember, Chinese President Xi Jinping told his military to be ready to invade Taiwan by 2027. And the FBI said earlier this year that China hijacked hundreds of routers and used them to infiltrate American water and energy networks. The idea here is that if the U.S. tried to stop China from invading Taiwan, that China would shut down our water and energy networks, basically. This is a big problem. This is one of the big reasons that have been driving us here at Behind the Markets to invest and recommend so many defense stocks. We took 130% gain profit on Rocket Labs on our play that we recommended earlier in this year in April. Last week, we took that 100+% profit. Right now, we've been really urging folks to get into quantum AI, quantum companies, because it's quantum companies that are really working to help block this. The security that quantum players will be able to lay out there would stop China from being able to hack our sensitive and critical technologies. That's why we put out that report on the second wave of AI, which is really going to be huge, quantum computing. And frankly, the companies that we recommended in that report haven't really moved. They're up fractionally, they're up a little bit, but they haven't really taken off yet. And I really believe the opportunity is still there for those to be big winners. When you look at the special defense report we released right before that, the one that included rocket labs for satellite and weaponry in space, those ones took 6-7 months to take off, and then Rocket Labs won a big contract recently, and boom, stock's up 130% in the past 60 days. I urge you to take a look at that report. All of the work we're doing, all the research we're doing is based around biotech, defense companies, and of course, macro issues like the state of the economy, our debt, the housing market, and all these other things. So I urge you to take a look at them. Anyway, that's all I have today. Have a wonderful day.